Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? It's a struggle day. I'm drinking my tea. Mm-mm. I am struggling. But yesterday I did not come on because my struggle is real. I don't even have my lights on, y'all. I didn't even turn my lights on back there. Yeah, we gonna get through it. But yesterday, yes, I was struggling. So throat is. I know I probably sound like a whole horse. Oh Lord, but we're here. So I'm going to. This was supposed to happen on Thursdays, y'all. And so it didn't happen because my throat was going haywire. Let's see if I can plug these lights up. Y'all mind? Y'all mind? I'm still here. So I'm just going to plug these lights up over here. So I always feel better when they're on. So hopefully y'all can see me. But I'm just going to plug these lights up. Got on my little outfit that I had on yesterday. I had to take it off because I took a shower, put it on, and had to take it off because I just didn't feel good. I just couldn't do it. Let me turn these on. These are battery operated, by the way, and so you just turn them on like that, and they come on. So I'm just gonna turn these on. They say love. I hope you guys can see them, and we're gonna get started while everybody's coming on in. I'm gonna just be on my there you go. While everybody's coming in, I'm just gonna turn my lights on so they'll be sitting up there. All right, my O and my L. Turn it on. Y'all don't mind, do y'all? As y'all are coming in, then we'll get started on talking about synchronicity. Okay. All right. So there we go. The world is. Did I? Oh Lord, broke some. The world is all right now because my lights are on. See. All right, y'all. Anybody else struggling besides me to get it together in this season? Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone over on Facebook and on Instagram. Y'all, I'm sorry if I sound like a dragon in this moment. I apologize. I apologize. My apologies to you. But we're gonna get started. Just let a few more people come on. Hey Jackie. Hey sis, how are you doing? So good to see you, love. So glad you are here. Yeah, I'm just struggling with this voice today. But we're gonna get started. Got my lemongrass lotion. I'm noticing this lemongrass and ginger. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some on. Oh, hey, Milton, you're here. Thank you, sir, for being here. Just go ahead and put a little on. So see that the hands need a little attention. All right, so yeah, just really in this moment of grateful to be alive, right? Just grateful. Oh shoot, I did not cut my phone off, so sorry about that. I did not cut my phone off. I need to figure out how to do that to cut my phone off. Mel, can you help me? If you don't mind, them show me quickly how to cut my phone off because she be ringing. And I need to write those instructions down, y'all. I need to take notes. But we're talking about intuition today. So I hope you all are sharing. Hope you got your notes. Milton's coming in, y'all. So yay to Milton. All right, so let me cut this. And go right quick, and then I might tip out for a minute, but that's okay. I'm coming right back. I'm just gonna share Milton's waving at y'all. So all right. So you probably can still hear me. I'm just gonna cut my phone off so it doesn't ring in the middle while we're talking. So I'm still here, y'all. Just fixing my phone. Do not disturb and it's good. All right, so put the camera back on, and I should be popping back on your screens There we are. All right. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate you. So we're going to talk today about intuition now that we've had this brief intermission. Hope you guys are well. Let me go and take another sip of this tea. Ooh, yeah. I'm drinking ginger turmeric tea. I put it in some green tea with a little honey. I've been nursing this throat for yesterday and today. I ate something that didn't agree with me. I have allergies, so it is what it is. It just is what it is. All right, so here we go. Welcome everyone, like I said, on Facebook. I appreciate you all for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to everybody here, right here with me on YouTube. You are greatly appreciated and valued and loved. I am just so grateful that you are here. So grateful, grateful, grateful. Thank you. All right, so let's try to get started. I went on live today for just a moment with Giselle Moore, and so it was a beautiful experience to, it's always beautiful when someone does their first live. So if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to Giselle Moore, to her channel. Many of you already know who she is. She's been on this channel before. I've done an interview with her. And so please go out and support our sister. Amazing. She's doing amazing work over on her channel. And I'm just so proud of her. Donnie was over there. Hello, Sorrow. So good to see you. Donnie was there and Milton was on. So please support also Donnie's channel. Donnie Goes In, that's the name of his channel. And also support Milton and his channel, Milton Craft. He's here in the chat with us. Of course, he's hubby, aka Bay. Just support everybody. It's a beautiful, amazing time, and so many beautiful, wonderful things are happening, and we're being led by our intuition in this moment. It's extremely important for us to tap into the power of our intuition and to really harness that power of intuition so that we can be led by the Spirit, right? Well, we can be led by the Most High. So, y'all, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. All right. So, you know how we begin. First things first, let's take a moment of silence. Let's take a moment of silence. Just love yourself in this moment. Oh, I'm loving this meditation. Just love yourself in this moment. Love yourself in this moment, right? And know as you inhale and then release and exhale, know that the ancestors and your guides and the angels and the Most High are with you. They are with you. And so as you breathe in, as you inhale and exhale, you breathe in and you breathe out. Surrender. Go ahead and just surrender and allow your intuition to come into this moment. Call it forth. Go ahead and call it forth to lead and to guide you to your highest purpose and to your highest good and to your highest protection for your life, knowing that all is well. And so it is. All right. Thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate you so much. So for me, let's begin, right? Let's begin. So for me, I'm going to push my chair a little bit. As a small child, I learned to harness this power of intuition. Grabbing a pillow, y'all. So as a small child, this is my pillow. I learned to harness the power of intuition. And so my grandmother would always say, and you probably heard this, follow your first mind, right? Follow your first mind. Oprah says it this way: I've trusted the still small voice of intuition my entire life. And the only time I've made mistakes is when I didn't listen. And so Oprah being a multi-billionaire, right? Um, and using the power of intuition is simply amazing. And so growing up in Mississippi, she grew up in Mississippi. I grew up in Mississippi as well. You get this wisdom right from the ancestors. I got this wisdom from my grandmother, and you all probably receive this intuition as this, this teaching as well, which is to lean on your intuition, right? To learn to trust yourself, to trust the information and the wisdom that the ancestors have given you and placed down on the inside of you, and then to learn to use your that intuition to keep you and to steer you in the right direction. Because when the ancestors went through some really tough things, and so really all they had was their intuition. They had their spirit and they had their intuition. They had to keep their wits about them. And so I learned to lean on and use my intuition from my grandmother, as I said, Ruth Smith, in our small town in Batesville, Mississippi. And so my grandmother would always say, and you probably, as I mentioned earlier, always follow your intuition. Your intuition will never steer you wrong. It'll never steer you wrong. It'll never take you to the wrong place. It'll always um, lead you to exactly where you need to be and what you need to do, what you need to be experiencing in this moment. So tell me, do you use your intuition? Tell me if you use your intuition, if that intuition is a powerful guiding system for you. Please let me know. Please let me know. Blind Guy, his wife, and their life is saying hello. Jamila is here. Yes. Blind Guy and his wife are and their life. They're here. Sorrow is here. Jackie is here. Milton is here. I'm here. You're here. And everyone over on Facebook is here. Everyone watching, all of you all, even though you may not be in the chat with us, I know you're watching and I see you. Those of you who are watching on the replay, I appreciate you and I love you and I thank you so much. So let me know. Let me know. Y'all, if you weren't here for the intro, I got throat stuff going on. We're doing turmeric tea with ginger and lemon and honey. I got some green tea that I'm drinking mixed with a little lemon tea. We're going to get this root out of here. Y'all hear me? Mm-hmm. I didn't come on yesterday. It's so spicy with that turmeric. God bless you. Hey, Marlon. Marlon is here. So good to see you, brother. So good to see you. And so thank you, Marlon. Thank you. I'm enjoying, Marlon, listening to you and your wife teaching over there on Facebook. So I just I'm so excited that you are here. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And to Donnie, who's over on Facebook, I appreciate you, Donnie, as well. Thank you. And so, my grandmother would always say in Batesville, Mississippi, follow your intuition, right? It'll never steer you wrong. Mr. Hillary, I finally got a new live. Good evening. Missed the other two, even watched the playback. Thank you again. So powerful. I thought about you, Mr. Hillary. I was, I was thinking about you because I was thinking, I think I'm probably going too late for wherever Mr. Hillary is, where he lives. So I'm trying to be cognizant of my times and to go on earlier during the day, Miss Hillary, because we missed you, Milton, and I missed you as well. So glad you are here. All right. So what is intuition? What is intuition? You're doing a great job. Thank you, Marlon. It was so kind. I use my intuition all of the time. Wow. Milton says, I use my intuition all of the time. Who else is using the intuition all the time? And thank you for y'all who are watching the replays. I appreciate y'all. Like Mr. Hillary, best moderator in the world, along with Milton. So I appreciate you too. What is intuition? Intuition is your GPS, right? It's your internal guidance system, right? Your internal guiding system, your GPS. And so your intuition comes from within. It comes from the angels, ancestors, the creator, the universe, the most high. They speak to us and they're always sending messages to us. And so many of us feel our ancestors and our spirit guides. We feel the creator, the Holy Spirit, the most high. We feel that intuition talking to us on a daily, regular basis. A lot of times when I'm teaching, I'll hear the spirit say things, and so I'll add that, which is, add that to my lessons as well. And I generally, for those of you who are YouTube creators, one thing I've learned to do, and Milton kind of helped me do this, is to begin writing out a script, because I used to fully do all of my broadcasts through intuition. They were all intuitive messages that I was getting from spirit. And so now what I've learned to do is to work ahead. And so I'll work ahead with spirit and create these intuitive messages, which is what this is now, to share with you. Because, I get these messages back that this is exactly what I needed. This is what I needed today. This is exactly what I needed in this moment. I'm not doing anything. It's all spirit. I take no credit. It's all spirit. It's all the Most High. It's all your ancestors and my ancestors working together for your highest good. They know what you need in this moment. They see you. They see you struggling. They see you successing, right? They see you in all your glory. And so they know the things you need to hear to in order to move forward. And so I'm excited to be a vessel for these intuitive messages. And, I always say, hi, I'm SYNOLVE. I am your spiritual guide on your spiritual awakening journey. And so this is beautiful. Mr. Hillary says, thank you kindly. Strong Brother Milton in the building. Jack C., Blind Guy's wife. Hello, everyone. Hello. Mr. Hillary says, thank you kindly. Strong Sister SYNOLVE, it's okay if you go later. Sometimes after working all day, I hate to sack early. All right, as business has me pretty busy, my body worn down. So I understand. So hello, William Sangster. Good evening, and thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here. So back to intuition, right? So the ancestors will tell us where to go left, where to go right. I'm telling you, this guidance system, if you tap into this power of this guidance system, the ancestors can tell you exactly what it is that you need to do and can lead you in the ways that you need to go, that are the ways for your highest self, for your highest good, for your abundance and prosperity. They will connect you to the people that you need to be connected to in lovingly in this moment, who will support you in every way. And so the guidance system will tell you when to go left, right? When to go right, when to stop, and when to stay. They'll tell you when to rest and when to sit down. Yesterday, my ancestors were saying, rest, honey, sit down, sat down somewhere, sat down somewhere. And that's exactly, eventually my husband was like, look, you cannot, because I was struggling trying to come on. It's like, you cannot come on. And so I had to listen. So there are times when you need to just sit down and you just need to rest and surrender, right, to the moment. Sometimes we have decisions that we're trying to make, things we're trying to do and create in this life. And so it's good to, in this moment, take some time to surrender, right, to the Most High, to surrender to your intuition, to keep you fully protected with everything that's going on in the world right now, to keep you fully, and you and your family fully safe. Your intuition can truly guide you in ways that you would not have known, but you need to surrender and allow that to come forward. So I've had some amazing things to happen, right? And for the ancestors to guide me in some beautiful ways. And I know for many of you, you all are hearing the ancestors lead you and guide you back to Africa, right? They're guiding you and leading you to return, to come home. And so that's directly a voice from spirit, from the Most High, from the ancestors, leading you to come back home, leading you and guiding you to return to Africa. Some of us have felt the spirit of the Most High leading us and guiding us out of, organized religion, sometimes, and to guide us into spirituality and consciousness. For others, is guiding you just in your everyday life, where to work, what to do at work, all that, when to talk to your boss, when not to talk to your boss. Because, and you may not even know what's going on with your boss, but the Most High does. And so hearing that, listening for that wisdom inside and hearing that is the most important thing that we need to do in this moment. You don't do anything else to keep you and your family safe. Listen to your intuition and allow your intuition to be your guide. And so that's what I do in the season. So one of the things that I've been able to manifest is, I've talked about this before, in listening to my intuition, because fun things happen when you start listening to your intuition, and the ancestors, the Most High, the Creator knows that you're listening, right? So even if you're still with Christianity, whatever you're doing with your life, you can get intuitive wisdom on the scriptures. The scriptures can just become alive to you, and you can begin to draw in the wisdom of the Most High from the Holy Spirit, from your intuition, and teach that. And I watched Marlon over on Facebook, and he's teaching, he and his wife, from the centermost part of his being, from the guidance from the Most High, the Creator, as he shares, he and his wife, these amazing lessons. So one of the things, so there's so many ways that this can manifest, whether it's in teaching, whether it's at work, it's just in your life, knowing which way to drive or not drive. And then you get home, the Spirit says, don't turn on that street. And you get home and the bridge is out, and you don't know that until you get home, but you would have been stuck in hours of traffic had you not listened. So I have this Coach purse, and I found this Coach purse. You will not believe it, but it was sitting on top of a garbage pile. And at the time, I had prayed for a Coach purse. This is full leather. I had prayed about a Coach purse, and it smells good. And it is authentic. I've already had it tested. I've had it for several years now, so it is authentic. But I had been, really praying about a purse, and I didn't really want to buy one because at the time I had kids. Our kids were still in high school. We were saving for college, all that, and I just couldn't justify $600 or $700 for a purse. I just couldn't justify it, and so I was like, I want a Coach purse, and I just kind of let it go. And so one day, I had to pick up the kids. I had to drop the kids off at school one day. And so I was coming back early in the morning. And so I'm coming back, and I could hear Spirit say, turn. I was like, what? Turn. It was at one point, I'm like, so I'm turning left, and the Spirit says, turn right. I'm turning right. I'm like, where am I? Where are you taking me? And where am I going? And so I'm like, okay, but I just surrender. I'm just going to allow this moment. I don't, the kids were at school. Hubby was at work. So I didn't have, I didn't have anything pressing that day. And so I was like, okay, we're just going to do what you got to do. All right. I'm just going to allow this moment to happen. I'm just going to, if nothing else, I'm going to get a good scenery. Spirit's not saying to me, if you keep driving, you're going to find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Spirit's not saying that. Spirit's just this internal voice, turn left, turn right, go here, go there. I'm like, okay, I'm listening, Spirit. I'm going to follow. I will follow. And I, at some point when I'm driving, it felt like the car was driving itself. Like it felt like the car was turning itself. It was driving itself. And I'm just kind of like, it's like in this automatic, one of those automatic cars that you see now. I'm just in there with the car's going, apparently it knows where it wants to go. And this lady was cleaning out her house. She was moving. And I saw this big pile of stuff, and I was like, wow, it looks interesting because it was very neat, very stacked up in boxes, and just really very neat. And I think I've told this story before. So when I got over there, as I got to the top of the pile, I saw this purse. It's just sitting. It was sitting like this, right? It was sitting just on top of some boxes and some really nice plastic tubs and containers. And I looked, I was like, that's a Coach purse. I know that's Coach. Okay. I know it. I know it when I see it. So I grabbed it, and I tried not to run back to my car. I was like trying not to buy, And and so I grabbed it and I said to her, I said, do you mind if I have this? Do you mind if I, take this? Would it be okay? And she said, I don't care. Yeah. Take it, take it, take it, take the purse. And she gave it to me. And she was like, I have so many things. I just cannot, I'm downsizing and I just cannot take them with me. And I was like, wow, right? Beautiful. Just beautiful. And so I was so grateful. I got in that haul, I got a North Face, is it North Face backpack for my son. And what else did I get? I got some crafting supplies as well. And so I'm telling you, when you are led by the Most High, when you're led by Spirit, when you allow your intuition to come forth, you allow this intuitive wisdom and knowing, right, to really come forth, then amazing things can happen. Tell me, what are some of the things? What are some of the things, right, that have happened for you in your life, in your intuition? Do you follow your intuition? Do you follow it, or when your intuition comes, are you just like, or you don't not really paying attention that you're getting these messages, and so you don't really lean into it? Tell me, are you following your intuition? Because you need to follow your intuition in this moment. It's going to take you to some beautiful places if you allow it, right? Mr. Hillary says, Sister Jackie, hope all is well with you, right? Blessing everybody in the chat. William Sanger's over on Facebook. Bless me, my epilepsy is not nice at all. So blessings to you, and just opening up this moment for you, William, that the Most High begins to bring in to your space the wisdom and the knowledge that you need to begin to heal and ease your epilepsy. That's what we pray for, your highest good in this moment, that the Most High begins to open up a well of beautiful wisdom and knowledge to pour in the flow to you and through you in this moment, for people to begin to come and surround you with wisdom and knowledge of everything from herbs to crystals to new healing methods and new therapies that can help you in this moment with your epilepsy. And so we just open up that blessing, that knowledge, that intuition, that wisdom that comes from the ancestors and the Most High, whether it's to lead you to a particular doctor or a particular building or a particular intuitive healer or a particular person or group, even on Facebook, that can help you with the wisdom of how to be healed in this moment. All right. I pray that for all of you, whatever it is that you are going through. So Miss Hillary says, facts. The ancestors will guide us once we seek them, and they will tell us time in the moment that we need to act. Yes, because we're living in, I was listening to Anja Africa as she comes on this channel from time to time, so and is a supporter of this channel. So I was listening to Anja Africa, and she was talking about, on a video that she did here on YouTube, she was talking about being led by the ancestors to go and to return home to Africa. And many of us have heard that call, right? We've heard this call to return home, to begin making plans to go home, to return to Africa, to return, right, to our homeland. And so as we're making these plans, everything, right, everything about Africa that we need, from how to make the income to fund the trip, from how the things that we're supposed to do when we get there, to what city we're supposed, and what city and what country, even down to the what house that we're supposed to live in. All of this is going to come through our intuition if we allow it. So you're safe and you're protected in this moment. Everything in this moment, as you are safe and fully protected, even in the, where you are, wherever, you are right now, with all of the election stuff that is going on and the madness that has gone on, that knowing that you're protected in this moment and just allowing the spirit of the Most High to surround you and to lead you and to guide you where to go, when to stay at home, when to move, right? And so even guiding you through every process, from getting your passports and your visas and all the documentation that you need, whatever it is you're facing in life, don't feel like you have to do this all alone. You have a team of angels and ancestors that are surrounding you. And so sometimes, right, we don't use that internal wisdom and guidance system because we have been trapped in our headspace. We've been trapped in our minds. We've been trapped in our own intellectual abilities, in our own brain power. And, instead of being truly in a moment where we surrender to the Most High, we surrender to the ancestors, we surrender to the universe, surrender to our highest selves, and we allow that to come forth, that wisdom and that knowledge. Some of us even are, in jobs or different positions where we are not really being ourselves. We're not really truly being who we are because we have listened to the word, what the world has said, right? So the world says, workers go to school, get your degree, do all these things, and the Most High may be saying something completely different for you. The Most High may be saying to you in this moment, no matter how old you are, to start a business or to use your artistic abilities. One reason I love watching Flying Guy, his wife, and their life. Please go over and support them and visit their channel. I love them because they always have such creative and amazing people on their channel. One of the people that they had today, for example, was a puppet master, and he makes designs, creates puppets, and does full shows. I mean, it's truly amazing. Sipping on this tea, y'all. And so, wisdom. And so, for me, it's a beautiful experience. I've listened to Spirit even talk to me about turmeric, and ginger, and all these herbal things. Green tea. I was just listening this morning talking about green tea to remove inflammation and all of that. Because I was looking for healing ways, natural ways to heal myself and to really work with this throat. And so I am open to Spirit bringing this knowledge to me. And so even if that means, turning on a YouTube channel, I saw on a YouTube channel, wasn't even Googling anything. I wasn't even typing, I would type in the search and look for messages, look for a specific thing, natural remedies for certain. Like, I didn't even do that. It just popped up on my screen. And the video wasn't even about natural healing remedies. It was about healthy eating. And then the person just, began to talk about some natural things that they were doing in their own lives. And then it's amazing. And so when you live your life intuitively, when you live your life from within, so many times we live our lives from without. We're watching everything that's going on around us, and we allow it to give us our signal or our cue. So if the weatherman, Dave Brown, says that it's raining, then we go grab a raincoat. And then you grab the raincoat, catch the train, get on the bus, you're carrying all this stuff, and then not a drop of rain in sight. You need to use your internal GPS, right, to begin to share with you and tell you when it's going to rain and when it's going to flood and when you need to move, when you need to be like Noah and start building you a boat. You hear me? That's that internal wisdom and that internal guidance from within. When we allow the Spirit to move us, we shall not be moved. So we're not moved by what the news says. We're not moved by what anybody else says. We're only moved by Spirit. We're moved by the guidance of the Most High, our intuition from within, to shift us and move us into a beautiful, amazing direction, right? So many beautiful things, right? Thank you. Remember to share the stream and subscribe. Help me grow this channel, says Mr. Hiller. I appreciate that. Right. And to continue to share these spiritual messages. And so I appreciate that. Yes, prayers, right? Prayers for William and for all that he's going through. And so let's continue to lift him in our prayers, to lift him in our intentions, and to lift him to the Most High, to the ancestors, to bring complete healing in this moment, to bring complete wisdom and intuition and guidance in this moment for his highest good. I love it, love it. Thank you all for everyone over on Facebook. I just appreciate the love that you all are sharing. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Thank you guys here on YouTube as well. I just appreciate you. Thank you. Jeannie Jones is here. And so over on Facebook with us as well. And so I appreciate you. Janie Jones. Okay. So yeah, she's saying Janie Jones did teach us this. Yes, she did. Follow our intuition. And yes, she said she's saying that her family member, Janie Jones, Miss Janie Jones, did teach us to this family to follow your intuition and be guided by your first mind, right? Let your first, because your first mind won't lead you wrong. And so my cousin and, really my brother, Jason is watching. And so shout out to you. Thank you so much, along with Donnie and all of you over on Facebook. I just really appreciate you so much. Thank you. And so we are praying, yes, Mr. Hillary, that these epileptic problems will subside and will heal. And it's in the hands of the ancestors and the Most High. And we are looking for beautiful miracles to occur. We are with you. We are with you. Thank you. Right. Sorry, I have to go to a meditation. I have to go. I have to have medication at this time, and that's a beautiful healing as well. And so we just allow the Spirit to really bring in all of the healing modalities, whether they are through medication, whether they're through herbs and other natural means, to begin to heal and come. Right, that's excellent, SYNOLVE. But yes, you have to do these herbal remedies every day and take it correct, right? We cannot consume food like that in large amounts, right? So I'm doing this turmeric. And yes, I've been watching my dosages, but it's good too. Thank you and good evening. Thank you, William, for being here. Tanika, hello. Brother Donnie's over with us on YouTube. Yay! Strong sister, brother. Yes. So glad you all are here in the chat room. What makes one, so a breath of fresh air, celebrating ourselves is what we do best. Absolutely. What makes one afraid to follow the intuition? That's a good question. Sometimes it's just because we are hard-headed, so that can make it hard to follow the intuition. Sometimes we just really don't want to do, like, I don't have time to listen to that right now. So you just don't really want to do that, you don't want to follow it. But the fear, I think, that comes from the intuition is because it's not knowledge out of a book, right? It's not book knowledge. It's not knowledge that other people are validating and saying that this is good, right? We're not taught intuition in school. We're not taught the magic and the power of intuition in schools. We're not taught that. So it's not necessarily validated on the news. It's not validated at school, in education. And so trying to, doing something new is can be fearful. And also, even if our parents taught us about intuition and following it, we are, human beings. And so we go out into the world and we want to, begin to live our lives like everyone else. And so they rely on their book knowledge, on their head wisdom, on their head knowledge. And so then we pull away from the true wisdom within ourselves. And so that can really make us afraid. And so I really, really want to implore you to really impress upon you to follow your intuition, because, we're living in interesting time. And so this intuition and wisdom that was coming from, is that this, this intuition and wisdom, that was coming, to get water, get extra water, to move out of the cities. People have been saying that for a long time. And so now we're here in this moment where we're watching things happen in the news media. We're watching things as they occur. And so it's just really a good time now, if no other time, as the ancestors are calling many of us back home to Africa. It's the time to really have your wits about you. 2020 taught us to really, really and truly live by intuition, because Milton and I, for example, we, have been very well and very safe during this time of the mask one, like all of you, right? And it was our intuition that would tell us, don't go out during this time of day when everybody's out there and people with masks on. I mean, I rarely have encountered anyone without a mask. And I believe that's just spirit protecting me. And me listening to spirit saying, don't go in there. Don't go in there. So I don't. And so you have to really begin to listen to spirit and to harness that power of spirit that is within you, so that you can keep it. We're at this time right now where we really, in this time, have to use our intuition to literally keep us safe every moment of our lives. And so your life and your safety are dependent upon you and I both being in the realm of spirit at all times. It used to be you could just be on, be on board with spirit on Sundays, right? And you be all right for the rest of the week. No, now you got to live in the spirit each and every day of your life at all times, guided by your intuition, guided by your wisdom, so that you're not, you're not at the wrong place at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing in the wrong way with the wrong folks. So intuition is so important at this time. Milton, Mr. Hillary says, what makes one afraid, Brother Milton? I would say negative consequences that come with it, whether known or unknown. Plenty of pessimism. I think pessimism is absolutely one of those things. You're exactly right. Tanika says, I believe people can have fear because they think they may be wrong and they are afraid to take the chance to find out. They don't fully trust in it. Good points. Both of you, good points. And so intuition, wisdom are really about trust, right? They're about trusting within yourself and trusting the spirit. And so Oprah said something. She said, I learned to lean and use on my intuition. And so the times when I really went wrong was when I didn't lean on my intuition. And so I found that for myself in my own life, right? Full truth disclosure moment. I had something pretty devastating to happen last week. And it was a personal thing. Nobody knows about it but me and them. So it's not anything involving anyone else, right? So, but it was no one here that you all would know anyway. This was a personal kind of thing that happened, and I was devastated because I didn't listen to my intuition. We were going to do something, and I'm not going to tell all the details, but it is what it is. But we were going to do something, and I could feel screaming in my soul, "Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!" And we were in the car, and I didn't listen. I did not listen to my intuition. I felt it. I felt it in my spirit saying, "Don't do it. Don't do this particular thing." And I was like so excited about it, and I wanted to do it, and I was listening in my ego, really listening in my ego. And so I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to my guides, and had some pretty devastating results. Now, I'm gonna be okay. Because I'm just gonna put on my, I've already adjusted, I already put my crown on, and I'm all right. So, but there are warning signs, right? The spirit is not only the happy stuff, like when we find like beautiful purses, it's not just that, right? It's also warning signs, and really listening and understanding, that when intuition comes up, how do you feel? How do you feel in your body? What does it feel like? Does it bring you peace? Also, if your chest constricts and you're feeling fear about something, um, those things within the body can also be signs. And so you have to know yourself when it's just an external fear that's being pushed on you, or an internal fear, and when it's really intuition. And so I'm working on my intuition. And that's one of the reasons I'm teaching this. Now, I teach because I'm learning lessons myself and relearning them, because I didn't take the moment to ask spirit, what should I do? I just kind of did something that was an intellectual thought, right? Of what I thought and what I surmised, and how I kind of collected some information and researched, and was like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. This is good. And it turned out not to be, because I didn't take the moment and the time to ask spirit, what should I do in this situation? Where should I go? And I didn't take that moment. And so I want you all to really, full disclosure moment. My life is a book, open, halfway open book. But anyway, I try to be as transparent as I can. And so I'm learning, right, relearning this message, because I've lived by intuition my whole life. It was a very costly lesson, but I'm learning, right, to be my own magical self, to trust in my intuition, to be fully grateful and centered and happy and whole and in love with myself at all times, even when I make, mistakes. And so I'm learning, right, what relearning, and this is the reason I'm teaching this lesson, what intuition is, right, and how to really harness this power in my life at all times. And so that mistake, I think, um, was just, hey, Tamara, so good to see you. Hey, Synovia, so glad you all are enjoying this lesson with me. And I appreciate you all being with me. And I hope the words that I'm saying as I'm teaching are resonating with you, and you are learning something from the words that I'm saying as I'm teaching in this moment, right? And so, what is intuition? Intuition is the ability to understand something immediately. It's without the need for reason, right? So, or conscious reasoning. So it may not be that when the intuition says to do something, or spirit says to do something, it may not even be that it makes any sense. Like I was telling you about the, GPS and me being led right to this purse. It may not make sense to go right or to go left or to go to a different, place that you hadn't been before, or to follow spirit. But you can allow your intuition to guide you, your instinct, your gut, your intuitiveness, right? Your sixth sense. your clairvoyance, your second sight. Some people call it, even use intuition through um, divination or through meditation and prayer. That insight and that wisdom will come up. It's an extrasensory perception, ESP, right? It's not intellect. It's not something that comes from your mental egoic space, but it's more something that comes, a thing that one knows. You know this in those, in deep in the, deep in your spirit. And so it's more of a instinctive feeling, a gut feeling, rather than conscious reasoning, right? That's what intuition is. And so intuition is a form of wisdom that appears in the consciousness, and it's without any deliberation, right? And so for me, it's magical. Now, some people say it's not magical, but rather a faculty that includes hunches. But I just believe that it's magical, and it's the unconscious mind, the spirit, the ancestors, the creator, the spirit, right, who are sharing this inner knowing and this inner wisdom. And so what we must do in this moment is just to allow and surrender to intuition, to lead and guide you, right? To test it. Test it on small things to prove it, right? To test it and prove that it is real for you, and to begin to understand how your intuition comes up for you, because it's going to come up for everyone a little differently. And so a lot of times it's hearing this small, still voice within you, right? It's hearing this small, still voice within you and trusting that voice and allowing that voice to come forward and surrendering to that voice. And the more that you surrender to that voice, you trust that voice, you allow that small, still, beautiful voice to come, to bubble up within you, then the more gifts you're going to receive. You receive more wisdom. Spirit will talk to you even more. More intuition and wisdom will come forward because you are allowing yourself the opportunity to hear from within you, not to hear from outside of you, not to have your day or your world shaped by what's going on around you, but to have your world and your day shaped by the intuition that is within you. And so allowing that intuition to flow, allowing yourself an opportunity to surrender to intuition in this moment. There are beautiful things that the Most High wants to guide you into and lead you into directions that you would have never considered. The maker of Tesla, for example, talks about how he uses his intuition. Oprah talks about how he uses his intuition. And so you can, look around and see beautiful expressions of intuition in your own world and in your own life. Another example of intuition, for example, is the movie Jingle Jangle. How many of you all have seen that, right? Have you seen that? If you've seen that, then you know, right? You absolutely know that there are these opportunities that exist where you are in your own world creating and designing, and you have no idea how these ideas, how these creations are coming forth, but they're coming forth from spirit. They're coming forth from your internal guidance system. The things that you say, the things that you do, the way that you do them, the things that you teach your children, the things that you say, you have no idea what their day is even going to be like. But you may say to them, just have a gut feeling in your spirit that you need to say to them, hey, be extra careful today. Watch yourself when you're getting off the bus and walking home from the bus stop. You have no idea that somebody in there is going to have a dog that's going to break out of the fence at 3:15 exactly, the time that your child arrives to the bus stop. You have no idea. But you told them that this morning at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. That's that wisdom that can protect you and to guide you, right? And so, yes, we all have it. Years ago, hubby and I were had thought about moving to New York, and we just at the last minute just decided we were going to take a trip to New York. We were taking the kids, and we just decided at the last minute not to go. And it just was no reasoning. It just didn't make sense. We just at the last minute, and some of our friends were calling and saying, "Are you guys still coming? What's going on?" We were looking for apartments. We had kind of found a place, and we were going to go look at this place. A pastor in Memphis actually owns some properties in New York, and so we were going to go look at this place. And we just decided at the last minute, we don't think so. We're not going to go. We're not going to do it. And all of a sudden, one day, we were sitting watching the news, and our daughter had gotten sick that morning. And we were like, I said, "Oh, I think we need to keep her out of school today." She was in kindergarten. And I said, "I think we need to just keep her out of school today because she's not feeling well. And let's just keep her home and see how she does tonight and tomorrow. And then, we'll go on." Well, we were sitting there watching the news. She had just eaten, and all that food was coming back up. I had blankets everywhere because I was like, she needed to lay down. It was just, it was just, how kids are, if you have kids. And we were sitting there watching the news, and we watched as a plane flew into the Twin Towers. We would have been in New York at that time. And Spirit had told us no, not to go. And we listened. So there's so many amazing, beautiful stories that I could tell you about using your intuition. Yes, when I don't use it, I've had crazy situations that happen, right? When I didn't trust my own spirit, when I didn't trust myself. One of the things, but I've had some amazing things that happen when I do finally come in back to myself, back to my African mind, back to my wisdom and intuition, and back to the spirit of the way that I know works for my life, and the spirituality and magic that works in my life when beautiful, amazing things happen. And that is to be in the flow and to live in this flow of spirit, to live in the wave and the flow of spirit that's always moving us in the right direction, always moving us where spirit wants us to go. And so for me, I have, when I first started YouTube, perfect example, when I first started YouTube, I started thrifting. And I really believe spirit tricked me into coming on and doing YouTube. And so I just wanted a fun outlet of something to do. And I had so many great thrifting stories, so many great things, even that I found magically on the side of the road, just beautiful, amazing things. I have found some amazing things. And so even my shirt today is thrifted, for example, right? And so I found, beautiful, amazing things, both free with spirit leading me and guiding me, and then things I paid like, $2 for $1 for, right? Even at yard sales. And so, and sold. I've sold some amazing things as well on eBay, for example, in Poshmark. But spirit. So I came here, spirit, and so spirit was began to talk to me. I've been doing thrifting about talking about Africa, and then also about talking to you all. Now we're moving into the space of talking to you about spirituality and consciousness and being who I truly am, what I truly am, which is a spiritual teacher, spiritual guide. Just being myself, walking fully in myself, and really releasing these intuitive messages and teachings that spirit shares with me. And I was very reluctant about that. But it wasn't until I really moved into the space that I was able even to have my channel monetized. And that's really great for creators to know this, because You have to walk in your purpose. You have to walk in who the Most High is calling and telling you to be. Because so many times we will walk in the wisdom of what the world is saying. You should be an accountant. You should be a lawyer. You should be a doctor. You should be a nurse. You should be whatever. But spirit can have a whole entirely different idea and plan for your life. And if you don't allow the spirit to move, if you don't allow and surrender to the spirit to really share with you who you are, right? I did a video Monday talking about allowing the your highest self, your most beautiful self that you love, right? Who are you? What's your dream? Allowing that to come forth. So if you don't listen to spirit to tell you, maybe your parents have told you, a teacher told you, oh, you're a good basketball player, and so you do basketball, and maybe it's not basketball or football or being in band or playing an instrument. Maybe you have a great talent at doing that, but maybe that's not really the thing that the Most High wants for you. And so what we have to do is surrender and allow the Spirit to tell you who you are, to tell you where Spirit wants you to go and what Spirit wants you to do in this moment. Spirit will save you from a lot of things, a life of trouble, a lot of different things, if you will listen, and bring you abundance and love and peace in your life. But we have to allow the Spirit to do that, right? Thank you so much for being here. Tamara is here. Thank you, Tamara. I call these learning experiences. We all have them. Exactly. Right. And Jingle Jangle was a great movie, Milton. Very good. Yes, absolutely. It was a beautiful movie. Naturally Clever. Peace and blessings to everyone tuning in. Thank you, Naturally Clever. Thank you, all of you all for listening. So, do you have experiences when it comes to um, when it comes to your own intuition? And if you do, and you'd like to share them, I've put the chat in below. On Facebook, you can just click that link and I'll bring you straight into the broadcast. Just type your name in. You don't just know you need to do anything, just come right on in. Also, is here, the link is here for you on YouTube if anybody would like to share and coming in and talk about intuition. We are wrapping it up, but if you'd like to share, you have a powerful story to share, you'd like to share about intuition, please feel free to do so. I know in my own life, intuition, well, I've had learning experiences. And that's the thing. Be open. The reason I shared the story of when I didn't listen to my intuition, it's the only reason I shared that story, other than Spirit said share it. But the reason I shared that lesson is because you're learning, and it's like riding a bike, right? So you're learning your intuition, and as you're learning your intuition, you're going, you're going to learn things, and you're going to have experiences on both ends where we are, when you ride a bike, you kind of fall down, fall off sometimes. Nothing to be afraid of. You might skin your knee. It's okay. And so that is not a perfect experience. It doesn't have to be a perfect experience because none of us are perfect. So don't be afraid. And that's the reason I shared that, because sometimes we walk in fear so much. But I know, and even in that moment where, I had something, that happened because I didn't listen to my intuition, I also know that the ancestors love me and they know I was hard. They know I'm hard headed. They know I'm hard headed. They know sometimes I don't listen to what I'm being told to do and how I'm being guided and directed. And so even when you fall, even when you make a mistake, this is why I do that meditation at the very beginning of the broadcast. Love yourself. Love yourself, right? Love yourself. Even in those moments when the intuit, when you don't listen and you don't pay attention, even in those moments, continue to love yourself, because I fully know that spirit is working it out on my behalf. Come on, somebody. Even when I don't listen, it's just like when your mama tells you, right? Because spirit is loving. And so when your mama tells you not to do something and she says, okay, you can't have any cake tonight, right? And then you go and you say you throw the ball in the house and you break something, or you leave your Barbie dolls outside. I've done this. And because you playing with your Barbie dolls, and your Barbie dolls get the Holy Ghost and they jump on top of the building because you threw them up on top of the house. And you've done that before, and your grandma told you don't be throwing them Barbie dolls up on that house no more, just because they caught the spirit. And so then you too afraid to tell her that they up there thinking you're gonna get a whooping. Then she walking out and she see Charlie, because I had Charlie's Angels, right? And she see the little Charlie Angels hanging up there after they done caught the spirit. And she says, I'm not going to buy you no more dolls because you don't know how to take care of them. Right? And then all of a sudden, your birthday comes, or you get a good grade in school, and here comes a doll, right? Or you are punished, sent to your room, and then before you go to bed, she comes in with or your dad comes in with a little piece of cake and says, I understand, it's okay. I know spirit loves me, and I'm supported in every moment. So I fully expect that situation to be corrected. I expect that situation to turn itself around, because I know spirit loves me. Spirit is not here to punish you. Spirit is not here to be against you. Spirit is not here. The ancestors are not here to whoop you and to eternally damn you, right? Y'all laughing at me next to the cover, laughing at me and my dolls catching the Holy Ghost. Yeah, honey, my dolls used to catch the Holy Ghost. Woo! All my dogs used to get the Holy Ghost, honey. They got baptized in the water. You hear me? Water was too cold, but it did not chill my soul. Yeah, so all my dogs got the Holy Spirit. I be praying and blessing the dogs, rubbing them down in oil. Anybody else? Anybody else? You hear what I'm saying? And so I would truly, live this life of spirit even when I was young. And so I would be preaching to my dogs, teaching to my dogs, even when I was a child. And my grandmother told me, what I would be, a teacher, spiritual teacher, which she said, at the time, all they knew was preacher. And she was getting this intuition and this wisdom about me, but there were things she knew about me even from when I was a baby. There are things your intuition will tell you even about your children. They will tell you about yourself, right? About your children and about their gifts, things that nobody else can see, nobody else knows but you. Hello, Bijou Noir. So good to see you. And so listen to your intuition. Let your intuition be your guide. Allow your intuition to guide you and lead you. Allow the spirit, get in the spirit. See, we used to think that getting in the spirit was about some shouting and some, all these other things was about you shouting and about you jumping and falling out and rolling all over the ground and, all of this other stuff. But really and truly, while that's good too, because sometimes we need to shout and get that energy out. We need to shout and, all those things. Need to dance, right? Dance. Do all that you got to do. But at the end of the day, surrender and allow the spirit to come within you. I feel the spirit now. I allow the spirit to come in, because what spirit really wants to do is to take you and lead you to your highest self. Spirit wants to really take you and lead you to your highest good. Spirit really wants to lead you to your destination where you are safe, most abundant, most loved. So it wants to lead you. And I have beautiful manifesting intuition stories about how I found my husband. Even how I met my husband is an intuition story. We're going to save that for February. February, we will be reading this book, which is by me, by the way. Love the New Currency. Come back and I'll put a link below so that you can grab this book over on Amazon. So, and I would appreciate it. We're going to go through this book, Love the New Currency. Hubby did the layout for the book. It's by me. We'll do this the month of February. You can order it on Amazon. I'll leave a direct link if you want to go through this. In the back of the book also is a journal. And so we'll be doing that. And this entire book was from my intuition. It's stories from my intuition, intuitive stories of how the Most High has helped me to lead a life of love and to allow love to be my currency. Little did I know when I wrote this back in 2011, I had no idea when I was, talking about this back in 2011, y'all, I had no idea. See that 2011, I had no idea that we would be moving into a different currency, moving into Bitcoin, Cash App, and all these other things. I had no idea. No idea. No idea. But I was talking about it back in 2011 that we were moving into a new currency. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that we needed to have a new currency for ourselves and for our children if we were going to be prosperous and abundant, if we were going to live a life fully of love. And I was talking about using love as a currency in 2011, y'all. You hear me? In 2011, that's being led by spirit. This is what spirit can do for you and will do for you. No idea. And so in this moment, I really want you to be led by spirit. We've been using intuition we've been using and trusting for far too long and leaning on the wisdom of the world, right? Leaning on the wisdom of what others have told us to do and to be, leaning on their wisdom of what they say the world, how they say the world is supposed to be. And so now it's time to really live in the wisdom of the Most High. And so I'm putting the link right here so you can purchase this link. Purchase the link, y'all, so you all can really go out and purchase the book if you'd like to purchase the book. If not, if you don't, for some reason, aren't able to purchase the book, it's okay. Don't feel anything. I love you. And I'm going to read a lot from the book as well. So if you aren't able to purchase the book, don't feel bad at all. I'm going to be reading from the book, and it's going to be okay. All right. We're gonna do this together. And so I was talking about it back then, but I listened to Spirit talk to me about writing a book in 2011. And so now I really probably after working with you all as I work through it in February, I probably will be able to put some more insights and share even a new version of the book, even this hopefully maybe in the spring or this summer, because there are a lot of things Spirit is saying that we're going to work together on through this book, and even insights now that I know about Cash App and I know about Bitcoin, things I can talk to you about as we're going through. But I just had no idea at the time. But I heard Spirit clearly say to me, love is a new currency. Over and over again, love is a new currency. And I wrote a book. And I'm with you, Tamara. Support each other. Support our brothers and sisters. Support our brothers and sisters, our Black entrepreneurs. Support each other, right? This is the link if you'd like to, share this as well. Here is the link. If you're on Facebook, here's the link. Thank you guys for joining me. So here's the link. If you're on YouTube, it's in the chat. You can go ahead and click that. The blind guy, his wife, their life says the book is on the way to me. Yay! Woohoo! That is so awesome. Ah, yes, I'm so glad. Congratulations. Yes, thank you. And Tamara saying congratulations. Yes, thank you. All of you all for being here. You know, thank you for being here, right? Mr. Hillary, the likes, 14 likes going up, 8 viewers. Yes, that shows the stream is so powerful. No one leaving the stream, hadn't gone anywhere. Very engaging. Yes, love it. Peace, tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Blanken's wife says, true, Tanika. Lee, I noticed that the lack of knowledge makes people afraid to follow intuition. They just don't know any different way or any different and don't seek any other answers. So they don't know a better way to live. And there is a better way, right? We have these learning experiences. There's a better way, right? There's a better way to live and to love, right? And so, oh, Tavera saying getting it now. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tavera. Thank you. Getting it now. So we have this intuition, right? I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. We have this intuition. It's our internal guidance system. Your GPS. Tap in so you'll know how to navigate during these serious times. Y'all, she preaching, right? I mean, really, I love, and this is why I love the chat, because you all in the chat have so many beautiful things to say. I love the comments. I learned just as much from you all as I hope and I pray that you all are learning from me, and that we are really engaging and bringing up beautiful, amazing conversations that are central to who we are, because we're living in serious times. People keep saying we're living in the end times. I don't know about that at end. And, you know, there are some things that are going to end, because, you know, Babylon is falling. We all know that. There are things that are going to end as the way as we know it. We're moving into Aquarius, right? I've talked about that. You can go check out that video. So we're moving into Aquarius, out of Capricorn, which we've been for so long. We're moving into an air sign, wisdom, intelligence, knowledge, and wisdom. So right now in this season, I'm talking about, you know, you all in your internal GPS system, your intuition, your intuitive wisdom and knowledge, because literally the veil is being ripped, right? And so much more wisdom and knowledge and information is coming to you, is pouring out to you in this season. And so I want you to grab it. I want you to grab it. I want you to grab it. And I want you to take hold of it. I want you to grab it. I want you to take hold and begin to participate, be co-creators in this wisdom and in this season, because the universe, the Most High, is looking for willing vessels. Are you willing? Are you ready to allow? Are you ready to surrender to Spirit and to the Most High to work through you and to move through you so that you can do powerful and amazing, great things, and greater works will you do? We are now living in this season, in this moment of the greater works from the Most High, of these greater works and accomplishments and achievements. We're about to do some amazing things that people had never heard of, people have never seen, have never done before. And not only for you, but for your children and for your children's children. We're moving into this time, moving into this season. As your children are watching you, you're infusing wisdom and knowledge into future generations about how they should move, how they should adjust themselves, how they should surrender, and really allow Spirit to come into this moment and create the world of our dreams. This is the moment where you literally can sit and you can think a thing, and you can, through Spirit, allow Spirit to come in and give you wisdom, right? And then you begin to meditate on it, sit with that intention, and you begin to allow Spirit to work and co-create with you as you create this intention of Spirit working through you. And literally, in a twinkling of an eye, those things can appear and happen in your reality. We don't like to talk about magic and alchemy, but this is a substance that dreams, hopes, and dreams are made of. When we allow, truly allow the Spirit to guide us and to move us into the direction that we should go. So many times we've been on our own, right? We've been by ourselves, doing things our own way, the way that we want to do them, the way we feel like doing them, showing up the way we want to show up. But Spirit is here in this moment to lead you and to guide you and to show you the direction that you are to go. As you go to Africa, for example, Spirit can tell you exactly where to go. Rely on your intuition. Begin now while you're still in the US or in the UK, wherever you are. Begin now to really humble yourselves and submit to the power of your intuition, to submit to the power of your internal voice, your higher self, to the Most High, to the Creator. Submit and surrender and just allow this moment of wisdom and abundance to come forth. Safety, right? So, Spirit can tell you exactly, as I said before, what house to go to, who to deal with, who to talk to, which cab to get into when you're there. All of that. I was listening to a sister earlier today, and she was talking about how she was in Mexico. She left America and moved to Mexico, and her first visit there, right? She had a cab driver who drove her, and he got out of the cab. It was at night by the time she got her airplane, got off the airplane and got there and got to her Airbnb. And the man got out with her and he said, I'm going to help you take your bags if you don't mind. And I'm going to walk you to your door. And I'm going to sit here for a moment until you get in and get all your stuff in just to make sure you're okay. Well, it was the Most High leading and guiding her, telling her which cab to get into and sending her the right driver. Do you hear me? So all of our movements, everything we do should be done through Spirit. Even eating intuitively. Sometimes, like now, I've been having problems with my throat. My ears are a little closed, so I don't know if I'm talking low or high, y'all. But intuitively, Spirit began to talk to me about ginger chews. This was long before I just wanted some ginger chews. And this was long before I really even bought the first thing. And so Spirit began to talk to me yesterday about drinking turmeric tea, about drinking, lemon with honey and all of those things. And so I'm eating intuitively, moving intuitively, drinking intuitively. So everything part of my life is lived through Spirit leading and guiding me and showing me, directing me which way that I am to go. And I want that for you. I want that for you in your life. Because this is the moment, right? All these things are going on all around the world. This is the moment for you to be clear, to get real clear about where Spirit wants you to go. Even if you're in America, I mean, so much is going on politically right now. There are threats here and there, and tremors and, rumors of wars. Listen, right, to your internal guidance system telling you what to do. Come out of the cities, get safe, get up, plenty of water and food to drink. Do what you got to do. Well, the Spirit is saying, go here in this house, that house. Don't talk to this person. Move away from these people. Whatever Spirit is telling you to do, invest in this, invest in whatever, Bitcoin. Come on and listen to SYNOLVE, right? Whatever Spirit is telling you to do. Go listen to Milton. Go listen to Blind Guy, His Wife, and Their Life. Go listen to Donnie, right? Go listen to Giselle Moore. I talked about her at the top of the podcast. Go listen to Anja Africa and so many more. Go over and sit with Bijou Noir. Go sit with her for a while. And Naturally Clever. Go sit with, become friends with Mr. Hillary and Tamika and Jackie C and all of these amazing people because the Most High is, and William and Jamila, right? All these amazing people, because the Most High is knitting us and bringing us together in this moment. And so it's going to take you surrendering to Spirit. It's going to take you surrendering to the Most High and really getting clear about what Spirit is saying to you in this moment. Natural Cover says, yes, sister. Absolutely cleanse your temple to hear more clearly. Oh, yes. Right. Like Sister SYNOLVE said, thank you. Listen to the Most High. We need direction more than ever. Don't walk aimlessly. Do not walk aimlessly throughout the world in this system. You have ancestors. Hear me now. You have angels and you have ancestors. You have spiritual guides. You have the Most High. You have the Holy Spirit. Ooh, I ain't trying to speak in tongues on nothing, but I feel it in my spirit. You have all of this wisdom here for you. Melanin sisters and brothers, do y'all hear me? You're not here alone. You have a team of ancestors and angels and guides and the Most High. You have the sun and the moon and the stars, all of the universe, the Holy Spirit, the Creator, who are there to protect you and to work through you and work with you. And so you are not alone. You are not alone. And so it's that moment in time to tap into Spirit, to tap into the Spirit of the Most High, to get by yourself, to close off and get in a closet somewhere and sit down with Spirit, lay down with Spirit. I mean, sometimes I lay across my bed and just say, look, Father, I stretch my hand to thee. You hear me? Father, I stretch, no other help I know. Mother, Father, God is come in this moment and bring your wisdom and bring your intelligence in this moment. And so then wisdom begins to spring forth. Information begins to spring forth. Wisdom begins to come up. Knowledge about things that didn't call this person. Go on live and talk about this thing, right? Because I don't know what you're going through in your life right now in this moment, but Spirit knows. I don't know what you're going through in this moment in your life, but Spirit knows. The Most High sees and the Most High knows everything that you're going through and everything you need. It knows 2 weeks from now, 3 years from now, 4 years, a month from now, the Spirit knows. And so why not tap into that stream of information and of wisdom? Tap into that now so that you can create what you need to create, whether it's a business to fund your trip to Africa or to move your family out of the cities or to just create abundance and a legacy for you and your family. Whatever that may be, whatever Spirit wants to do through you, whether it's talking to someone who else needs to be lifted up or needs a gift from Spirit, right? To be lifted up in this moment. We don't know why we're doing the things that we do, why we're talking about spirituality in this moment with such intensity. We don't know who we're touching always, but we know that the Most High is moving and that the Spirit is moving and co-creating with us. So in this moment, listen to the Most High. In this moment, hear the call of majesty, right? To wear your crown, to put on this wisdom, right? And to open your third eye, to put on this wisdom and this knowledge from within, and to return to this internal GPS system as your guide, not CBS or NBC or Huffington Post or the Washington Post. No, no, baby, no. But to really harness this power and Spirit of the Most High in this now season, right? in this season right now. Tanika says we need to talk about it now, right? We need to talk about it. Now is the time, right? Now is the time to talk about it and to get into spirit like never before. This is the oil. This is right. This is the balm of Gilead that we need, the healing that we need to get into spirit. I keep hearing that over and over again to step into spirit. Get in the spirit. Get in the spirit. Get in the spirit in the flow of your life. Get in the stream of the Most High speaking to you, and you then acting on what you are hearing. And it doesn't matter if nobody else is going to Africa, honey. Go by your do what you got to do. It don't matter if nobody else is hearing the voice. It doesn't matter if nobody else understands it. It doesn't matter if nobody else is hearing. Don't go to New York right now, which I heard in 2011. It doesn't matter that nobody else hears it right now. My husband heard it too, as clear as day. Then we didn't go. We would have been literally there in New York that week, because that was when we had planned to go, right? And we didn't go, right? We kept our little coins in our pockets. So I'm saying there are times when you may want to make a move. You may want to do a particular thing. And you need to listen to spirit even when spirit says no. We love the yeses, right? I gave you the example of my purse. We love the yeses, but there are times when spirit says no, and that's okay. And be okay with that. Sit in that, let that resonate, and love that. And be grateful. Express gratitude for every moment that spirit leads you, for every direction, for every guidance, for every piece of advice, all of that. Move in that moment and you can be healed. Ginger and turmeric, Tamara is saying elderberry. Yes, absolutely. Listen to spirit and then act on it. So when spirit started talking to me about yesterday, because I didn't know what was going on, I had a sore throat first. I had some other stuff coming on first. And then spirit was saying ginger, and turmeric. And I was like, okay, let me do it. And I think, I know, right, that it continues to bless me and help me. And these are things that are great for inflammation, right? So it also helps and benefits me in other ways because I have a lot of inflammation. I have rheumatoid arthritis. So that helps as well. Ginger is great for pain, right? So many other benefits. You thinking about the one benefit, so many other benefits that you just wouldn't even realize or know or understand. But spirit is leading you. And so, right? So now we got to do what? We got to act, right? We got to you got to go get the ginger. You got to go get the cup. You got to heat the water up, put it in the microwave or put it in, boil it. You got to do that. You got to get the tea bag out and you got to pour the ginger and the turmeric in. You got to pour the honey in, the lemon. You got to mix that stuff up. You got to do that. You got to act on it. The turmeric sitting up in the, sitting up in your kitchen cabinet ain't going to do it. You got to act on this. So then when spirit tells you stuff, act on it. Action, act on it, right? Act on it. William says, oh, I managed to come back for a little while. You have been amazing for me. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm glad this was a blessing. That means a lot to me, means so much to me. I appreciate it. You are a spirit. I appreciate that. Yes, spirit is there with us all the time. And so it's my prayer, my highest intention for you to create your life with spirit and to allow spirit to be your guide. And when spirit comes in as your guide, it's my highest prayer and intention that you act on it now, right? That you act on the guidance of spirit right now, because spirit really wants to do amazing things with you and through you. And so it's important that we act on the guidance and the impetus of spirit, right now. Right. I love you guys so much. I think we are here, and I know that spirit is pleased. Um, Naturally Clever says, be in expectation of the Creator guiding you. Absolutely. Ask that your ear be inclined to hear. Woo! And you be gifted with the spirit of discernment, yes, and wisdom. All right, we'll talk more. This is the broadcast for those of you who are came in later. Was intended for Thursdays. So intuition Thursdays, that's going to be what we're going to talk about on Thursdays, guys. Intuition Thursday. So Monday is business spiritual Mondays. And so every day we will have a beautiful day where we will do something really amazing. And so this was intended for Thursday. And so I didn't wasn't feeling well and I tried. So but we're doing it today. And let's see. So Monday is, our spiritual business Mondays. Is what Monday is. And then on Tuesday, the second day of the week, as we're using this particular calendar, it is Transformational Tuesday. So we'll talk about the shadow and all the things within your life that need to be transformed. And then Wednesday is Gratitude Wednesday. And so we are going to experience and invite gratitude to come in at every moment. And then on Thursday is Intuition Thursday. So every Thursday, we're going to talk about intuition. So we'll talk more about in our next session some of those things, right? From how to be inclined to hear and how to be in expectation of that. But yes, I'm loving this. Be in expectation right now. Be in expectation. Exactly what Naturally Clever is saying. Be in expectation of spirit to come through. I said this at the beginning of the broadcast, right? Be in expectation of this, happening in your life. As you open yourself to it, it's going to open up more intuition and wisdom will open up more and more for you. And it will pour through you increasingly the more you use it. It's just like riding a bike, right? The better you get, the more you ride it, the better you get at riding a bike. Before you know it, you ain't got no feet and no hands on handlebars, right? You're doing all kinds of things. You can ride like a magic carpet wave. And so people talk about magic a lot. If you want to invite magic into your life, right? Use your intuition. I'm telling you, magical thing. Your life will begin to unfold in magical ways, and you won't need potions. You won't need anything, and all those things have their place. Um, but you won't need potions. You won't need spells. You won't need anything if you just begin to listen to your own intuition, into your own internal guidance system from within. You were born with it. You were born with this innate wisdom. You were born with this ability to be able to tap in to spirit. You were already born with this connection to the Most High and to your ancestors and to the angels and to nature and to the universe. You were already born with this second sight, this wisdom, this intuition, right? This clairvoyance. Some of you are extremely intuitive. Come on, somebody. You all are extremely intuitive. So some of you already know, you already hear things, you already see things, you already have spirit working through you. So you already have this instinct, this intuitive, this sixth sense, and clairvoyance and second sight. Some of you already, we've had it. My children used to accuse me of having ESP when they were younger because I would know things that they were doing. You got that mama sense, right? That papa sense, daddy sense. You got that, you have that special gift already within you. Already within you. You're already gifted with this. And so now all I'm doing, I'm just your spiritual guide and your teacher. So all I'm doing is just allowing you this opportunity to sit in this moment together as a family and to come together as a family to sit in this moment, to allow that intuition to be birthed and to come forth. Right? And that's why we come together, because iron sharpens iron. We come together in this moment as a family, as prophets together, as seers, as prophetic guides, as prophetesses, as as goddesses, as kings and queens, as gods. We come together right in this moment to allow the Spirit to move through us and to share this wisdom with each other. So thank you so much, guys. Again, I put the link in the book and in the chat, and so this is the book that we'll be using in February. And so this book is here, and so you can just grab that link and purchase this book, Love the New Currency. And we'll be going through this book as well. Also, if you'd like to be a part of the newsletter, you can either email me here on my repat journal. It's actually scrolling below. You can email me there and become a part of the newsletter. Also, I send out an email before we go live. You can also share a gift, whether it is through a super chat, or you can share a gift to support Black media. And so my Cash App is there as well. As always, we are always giving, right, for Cash App. We're always giving to our people who need food, who need food boxes, who need clothing. We do this on a daily basis, on a regular basis, every month, every day. And if you'd like to support craft organization, you'd like to share a gift, all of that information is on your screen, because in this moment, we are moving into a moment where we have to take care of ourselves. 2020 and already showed you that. The last 4 years have already shown you that, shown us all that. It's been a real eye-opening awakening on the things that we need to do for ourselves. And so we are supporting this work here in the US, and we plan in 2021, this year, to move and to begin to support our philanthropic work. Get the word out right. Praise Him. Praise her in the dance. But we got this opportunity to begin this work in Africa. And so to all of you all who have donated, I'm so grateful. Next week during our gratitude on Wednesday, I'll be doing some specific shout outs for a particular couple who've just really been a blessing to us. They know who they are, how they blessed us so much. Just change our lives really in the way we're able to give even more. Oh my gosh, than we'd ever been able to give before, because they have decided to partner with us and to stand with us. And I'm just floored and so grateful. And truly, and I'll talk about this more next week, it was the intuitive moment to even share about craft organization and to even pack a box. I mean, it was just kind of like, oh, this is what we're doing today, so let's go ahead and share. And because we shared that, so many of you all have given and just been a blessing to us. And it's January and it's cold, and a lot of people are hungry and need food. They need blessings, and we're able to give. And we've been doing this, hubby and I. I'm not going to break down, but we've been doing this, hubby and I, this work by ourselves for so long. And to have people to come and to stand with us and to bless us is overwhelming. And so we are grateful. And so even when you all show up for YouTube, you all show up here, I had no idea, that you guys would be a blessing to me the way that you are, and standing with me and being my sisters and my brothers, and even creating this community. And I just am grateful, eternally grateful. Grateful to Spirit for the intuition and the wisdom to do this work that we do and to share this on YouTube. Even when I don't feel good, like today, I love y'all and I miss you, so I have to come on, drink my tea, and needs to be warmed up. It's a little cool now, and keep on going. And so I'm grateful, very, very grateful. Hannon is here. So glad, Hannon, you're here. Thank you. Thank you for being with me today. I'm glad you're new. We got a new person from over on Facebook. Thank you. So glad. And to all of you all, thank you. Sorry, but you have brought a tear to my eye. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I am grateful though. I am. You guys have outdone yourselves with your donations and just with your gifts of love and just caring about other people. I love you guys so much. All right, guys. I have been called to that too. Yeah, and you know what, Tamika? I kind of figured it. I kind of figured it, Tanika, that you were called to that too. I just, I was waiting, but I just kind of figured it. I'm waiting on big things to happen with you and some different ways that you're going to be sharing in this moment. I'm sure Spirit is working with you with sharing more of your spirit and what Spirit has been guiding and leading you to do. So I'm excited. I'm looking for big things. Oh, Tamara had a question. How do you know if it's intuition, not fear? Sometimes I think mine is just fear. Yeah. You have to test it and you have to prove it. It's really the only way. You you have to test it. You literally have to get on the bike and begin to know yourself. So when you receive an intuition, we're going to talk about this more next week. When you receive an intuition, you really have to sit with that thing. When you receive fear and it comes up and it bubbles up, sit with it. It's okay. Sit with it then. Sit with it. And you'll begin to, as you begin to meditate and you begin to pray over it, allow Spirit then to bring in synchronicities and to show you through signs and wonders. So what I do is, and we'll talk more about this next week, but what I do is I invite Spirit to come in and to show me what I want to do when I'm not being hard-headed, okay? What Spirit wants me to do. So I invite Spirit to come in, and then I receive the knowledge and the wisdom, and I will sit with it. Just meditate and pray. Write it down. Writing it down helps me, to sit with it, pray, write it down. And then invite Spirit to send me synchronicity. So I'm like, confirm your word, right? If this is what you want me to do, confirm it, okay? If you really want me to go to Africa, confirm the word, confirm it. You gave me this word. I believe, I trust it. Now you confirm it, okay? Bring it through me to 2 or 3 people. Don't just, and that's what always happens. Now, sometimes I'm on the fly and Spirit's like, do this right here in the moment. And I just trust it and just kind of go with it because it's a deep knowing, gut feeling. That's just a knowing. And it just brings you peace. Right? Now, in those moments when Spirit is working through my emotions to tell me not to do something, which can feel a different way, because that can feel like fear. But I watch my body, like the constricting in my chest, because I know myself by now. It's like flashes coming to me. Get out, don't do this, don't go, get out. So I understand, even when I'm hard-headed, but I know that that's what it is. And so you have to know your own body. And if you're already in a lot of fear because of, different things that are going, and you're a naturally kind of fearful person. I think my Chinese sign is a rabbit. A rabbit will scamper away at the slightest thing. And so I've had to learn to kind of tame my fear so that I could move into intuition and setting intentions and moving into my highest love and my highest good, my highest power. And then simply asking a question before you go to bed at night or when you wake up in the morning, is this my fear or is this your purpose for me? Right? Spirit, you said this. Is this fear or is this you? Tell me, show me. Okay. And if it's fear, calm me, right? Give me a sign. And if it's your intuition, your guidance, your wisdom, show me. Show me with a sign, a clear sign and a wonder, so I'll know what to do. And that's what I do, kind of in a nutshell, right? Tamara says it will quicken in your spirit and it will be a deep knowing. Yeah, same for me, deep knowing. Tanika, how did you know? Called Ladies with Hearts of Gold. Oh, that's sweet, William. Thank you. How did I know? For me, thank you, Tamara. I appreciate that because I've taken some time off of from some things to hear from Spirit. How did I know? For me, it's like a deep knowing. And I also believe that you should sit with other prophets. So I also sit with my husband and I'll say, well, this is what Spirit said to me the other night. Because usually stuff comes to me in my dream. And even though it may be a nonverbal thing, I hear it in my spirit. And it is a wisdom soul. I hear it in my spirit. And it's just as clear as day as somebody is sitting beside me talking to me right now, right? Just as real as this elephant is. And so that's how mine usually come to me, right? It's usually a small audible, literally audible voice. So you'll have to practice this. And it doesn't take a lot of time, but you'll have to practice a little and begin to get into your intuition, into your space where you're allowing the intuition to come, where you're receiving the intuition, and where you're getting to know yourself, really getting to know yourself. And so at the same time, begin to pray that your fear dissipates, because fear can get in the way also of you receiving that wisdom and knowledge. So get into that habit as you pray that, you allow fear to leave you. But you, Tamara, you already, really intuitive spirits. You've had some amazing things just from your story that you're doing already, moving to North Carolina and even getting ready to move to Africa. So you're already listening to your spirit. Just trust it, right? Just trust it. And then when you make a mistake, love yourself and don't beat yourself up, right? Because I've made my own mistakes. Right? I mean, I did, about yourself. Oh, how did I know about you? How did I know about? I've been experiencing this from a child. How did I know about you, Tanika? Oh, how did I know? Oh, how did I? Okay, I get you. How did I know about you? I don't know. I mean, I should say I don't know. When you first came on, let me say this. When you first came on, Tanika, your name just kind of was blinking at me. Like like the universe was just blinking, like you never seen a flashlight, somebody's pushing a flashlight and I don't have a flashlight in here, I would, but it's blinking on and off. Or you see Christmas lights in there. For me, I get flashes like that. Numbers do that for me. That's why I love numerology. And so I look for the synchronicities in my intuition. And then spirit will just begin to say, this person is special. This person is called. This person has intuitive abilities. And I just am okay with that. And so usually, unless spirit says say something, I won't say anything. That's the other thing I've learned, when to be quiet. Because usually I used to as soon as I get a word, I'd say it. And so I'm learning, to be wise. But our gifts make room for us and our gifts show up, right? Our gifts just show up. And other intuitive people are going to be able to see your gifts. People who really walk in the spirit will be able to truly see you, where the rest of the world, you may be cloaked and just be a normal, natural person. But for those who walk in the spirit, they will see you. Then they will see you and love you and accept you and acknowledge you and support you every time. And that's why all of you all here, fully believe that all of you all that are coming in this moment, I know you have very amazing and special gifts. I know you do. Because otherwise you wouldn't be here in this moment talking about this. And so Spirit is pulling us together for a very special purpose. I have a group on Facebook. I had WhatsApp, and I'm not good with WhatsApp, so we are WhatsApp only for business. But I have a group. It's called the Spiritual Spa with SYNOLVE on Facebook. And so if you, I'm growing the group. It's pretty small right now, but if you'd like to be on there with me, then and join this group where we talk about spiritual stuff, please do come in, because that would help tremendously as I'm growing this group. And we can talk about things, even like this broadcast, we can come in and talk about things more deeply. I felt with WhatsApp, the way that it scrolls, I'll have an extra phone in here, but WhatsApp, the way that it scrolls like that, and I couldn't keep up. Like, it would disorient me. I'd be all off. So that's why I'm just gonna go back to just what I was doing before, which works really well for me, which is Facebook groups, and we'll be able to talk and have a small community support system in there. And I think that's what Spirit is kind of leading to me to do. And I can do all the things like drop GIFs and emojis and all the fun things that you can do, like in WhatsApp. And I know WhatsApp is changing because they got bought out by Facebook, all that. But that's why I don't use Soft Talk or WhatsApp so much, is because just the way right now that you have to scroll, you can't search for a message, you can't find anything. So it's just easier for me to do it in WhatsApp. You love WhatsApp? Oh, Jesus, I'm trying to love WhatsApp, but my spirit. I'm old. That's probably the reason. But every app is not for everybody, and I have to be okay with that. But it is a connector for sure. I love WhatsApp too. Well, I'm on WhatsApp, so Tanika, I don't know if you have already or not. Connect with me and just SYNOLVE. If you send me a message, or if you're on Facebook too, send me a message, and let's connect. Everybody connect. Right? Where I tend to beat myself up a lot. Yeah, I used to do that and still do at times. But I'm just hearing, Tamara, that all is well and that you're protected and that you're very wise and very, you have a lot of spunk and ingenuity. So I'm hearing Spirit say, use your gifts. Just use your gifts. Just use your gifts. I'm hearing Spirit say, just use your gifts. Just use your gifts. Right? Yeah. Well, to all your WhatsApp people, I'm glad y'all love WhatsApp. Maybe I'll do. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was more that we'll talk about this. I think on Monday for Spiritual Business Monday. I don't know, but certain apps are just not for everybody. But also, I decided that I wasn't going to share a lot about my repatriation journey anymore, and so that was one thing. I just wasn't going to share more about my repatriation journey, because I feel like this is a time we need to pull some of this information inward. Okay, that's what I'm sensing for me and my family, that we need to pull away and pull some of this information back that we've been sharing so much about until we get there to the motherland. And so as I began to pull back, it became increasingly hard to share in my group, because I heard Spirit say what I wasn't supposed to be doing, which I wasn't supposed to be talking about openly about my repatriation journey. So maybe doing something which I have been released to do, which is talking about spirituality. Maybe that was, maybe that's something that will work better on WhatsApp. So you guys tell me, just write me, let me know if you guys think you want to start, do something together on WhatsApp. as far as it, it is for spirituality. And then maybe we can do something there. Maybe I'll do a group in WhatsApp, which is the Spiritual Spa with SYNOLVE, as opposed to necessarily sharing my repatriation journey. So let me know if that's something, you can email me scrolling across myrepatrijourney@gmail.com, or you can also email me at synolve@gmail.com. And like I said, if that's something Spirit is, together we want to do, then we can. Tamara says, I'm learning, SYNOLVE, my adventurous soul. I will look for my gifts and use them. Yes. Wow, that's all I live for. Right there. That's it right there. That's it. That's it. Just one person that says, I'm going to live in my gifts. I'm going to walk in my gifts. I'm going to be open to my gifts. That's it. Really. We can go now. We can go home now. Thank you, Camille. That's it. Just exploring your gifts and exploring yourself. That's it. That's it. I got FB 4 years ago. I've been on FB a long time. I think from day one. Nah, maybe not day one, but almost. Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. Tamara, your inspiration. So whatever you decide is okay. Thank you. I love that. I love that you guys are so supportive. So, yes. All right. Well, Tamara, I know how to reach you. So, Tanika, I just have to reach you. So reach out to me. So, I think you're on Facebook. I think we're on Facebook together. I'm not sure, Tanika. So just reach out to me, either myrepatrijourney@gmail.com, which is scrolling across, or SYNOLVE@gmail.com, and we'll come together. So we can do this. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. All right. Thank you guys for supporting me. I did not intend to be on here 2 hours. My full intention was to be on here for 30 minutes. I always say that. And then I was going to do the thing for Friday, which is Friday. And I think I'll come back and maybe I'll come back at 6 p.m. Central. It's 4:42 now Central. And I'll come back maybe at 6 and do Friday's work, which is, it just slipped my mind. But we will talk about a spiritual topic for Friday. So I think it's synchronicities is what we're going to talk about today. So I think that's it. If not, I'll let y'all know when we come back. So, and if I don't come back, it's because my throat's sore, and then that means hopefully you all will get either 2 on Saturday or Sunday. So we'll see. I'm always thoughtful. That's good, William. I know walking in spirit is an amazing thing. So I'm just so glad you guys are here. All right. I love you guys. But I hopefully will see you. But if I don't see you again, I'll eat some chicken soup, warm my tea back up. I'll see. My turmeric is in there. And it's all good. Love the talks. Love the things you talk about. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. All right, guys. Love you so much. Maybe y'all can teach me how to use WhatsApp better. I'll see you guys in the next video because I love you and I appreciate you. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Get something good to eat and something good to drink for your body and for your soul. I'm SYNOLVE. I'm signing off. Love you guys. Be sure to share, give me a thumbs up, and know that you are fully supported in love with your intuition as your guide. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.